I always have like a little bit of fear before I bench. I'm like, dude, if I cough wrong, this is how it ends. You know what I mean? But people think I wear my J's, you know, when I bench because, you know, I just want to be swaggy. No, dude, I want to have a nice pair of shoes on, so if I do go out, they recognize me.
Back home smoking legal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign shit running on diesel, dawg. Playing with my name, this shit is lethal, dawg. John Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dawg. Don't just say it now, you gotta show me.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Please be sure to give this one a like if you enjoy it. We are headed down to New Braunfels, which is right below above San Antonio, below San Marcos, I believe, but we're going to Strength Built Athletics. I'm gonna go train with LS today, which is gonna be pretty fun. If you guys remember, I met LS in Dallas. It was 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, I know. At one of the fitness expos, I knew he lived down here, so I wanted to make sure I got down here, got a training session with him. One of the strongest people in the United States for sure. He just competed at Raw Nationals, USAPL. He's gonna be competing at Worlds, so it's gonna be a pretty good time. Yeah, I know. Gym's awesome. Everything you need, every specialized piece of equipment you could possibly imagine, they've got it all.
I mean, if you think about it,
right?
We don't live in that day and age anymore.
No, not
bro,
anymore.
remember that time that we?
Or you have something that's fabricated, like just for, you know, just for the video. So it's not even like that.
It's not
real.
even real.
Yeah, like it was staged. Or what you're seeing is just such like an edited version of what actually happened.
Really, yeah. So like that's been kind of our, you know, my thing right now. It's like, hey man, while I really want people to know kind of what goes on in my life, I'm like, bro, it's not like I'm Kanye. It's not like I'm Kevin Hart. I'm no one special. Like, it's just
a world champion. That's it.
I lift a little weight. That's it. But the thing is, there's got to be another world champion. My body's not meant to be this big. No. My lower back hurts and.
Really? Getting heavier.
Yeah. Well, cause like. I feel like your body has this point where, I mean, this is my opinion. I feel like your body has this point where it reaches like its physical capacity, and anything else is like kind of spillover. So like, even though I don't necessarily have a belly, like it just feels like everything's pulling forward. My lower back just feels like I feel like I'm getting wrecked on. So it's like I'll do deadlifts and I'll be probably halfway through like my last warm up before I'm like, all right, cool, now I'm ready to roll. If you have to start force feeding yourself, it's just gonna be uncomfortable. Oh, it's an awesome idea. Yeah, you know what I mean. The only thing is, like, very rarely do people actually put on the weight the right way. Because if, like, to be honest, like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna eat hella protein. I mean, super clean, and I'm gonna put this weight on the right way. Your body's not gonna put it on that fast. No, not at all. But like, I'm gonna sneak a cake in here and there. 2 weeks later, McDonald's drive-through. Yeah, man. Like, so, like, I just, you know, you can eat like trash and you get there quick, fast, and hurry. But your body's like, yeah, bro, you're gonna pay for that. Right. And like, I'm in the process of paying. And it's like, I didn't even eat trash. I didn't eat McDonald's, but I was just living that good life. There's only so many clean foods you can eat to get that many calories. Yeah, you know? Man, I was eating so good. This is my cardio. You ready for this? I will walk out of my door, down the street, it's a brisk walk, I'll get a little sweat, walk to Buc-ee's, eat a cinnamon roll, turn around and walk back home. That's like cardio? Yo, that's what it is. All right. This is the most important part right here, right? If they didn't know, they could always say 15%. Link in description.
One mashing, other gasping, full breath. I'm unclassed, capital punishment. Blast back with you tumbling. Trash rappers who mumbling for respect. I'm uncheckable, wide open, the foul technical. With full press, I still glide like Clyde Drexler do. I'm done testing 2 times over. Live get the best of you. Better pay attention, 2 eyes open. Wide when I exit.
Y'all are adorable. Yeah, conventional deadlift. What's wrong with you? You put him down.
Oh, my only one? They don't necessarily happen on the top set. The injuries actually occur on the sets working up to the working set. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to rush through that warm up.
My point where I felt it for the first time was a warm up set on squat 135. I went down and just something tweaked, and after that it just got worse and worse.
Same.
And worse. Yeah.
Like the worst injuries I've had so far on my back. I haven't really had a back injury, but I thought I pulled something in my back. I was literally doing 135 pounds.
Which is close to your max, but
I got it halfway, and I just felt something tweaking. And all it was I just finished squat, and I normally do my bands and all that stuff, warm my back up, and I didn't. I was like, I'm just gonna hop into this and let's just knock it out real quick.
Yeah.
And no joke, I was doing some RDLs, and I got halfway up to my knee, and I just felt something like tweaking. Like, oh no, man, this isn't how it ends, is it? I literally thought that was it.
So for someone that's like either getting into powerlifting for the first time or coming off of an injury, would one of the biggest things you tell them just warm up?
Warm up, dude.
Yeah.
There's no
same. That's what I tell people. I'm like, don't be stupid.
When I really started taking it really serious, that was the first thing that most of the OGs started telling us, like, man, you gotta take your time. This is not. I mean, you'll hear it a lot over and over. Like, it's more of a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the more you realize, like, dude, if it takes you 15, 20 minutes to warm up, then do it. 15, 20 minutes is nothing in comparison to spending 2 or 3 months trying to rehab. You know what I mean? And in most cases, those 2 or 3 months are actually 6 months. Well, you already do a good job about engaging your lats. Like, I always think, like, a cool thing that I do with a lot of my... So I think, here, squeeze your shoulders in. Try to squeeze my finger. Awesome. Now, you feel that down there? Now try to stuff them back behind there. So you see how immediately, as soon as you did that, you said it almost automatically put you vertical?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of the game out. So
right. It already puts you in a better position.
It puts you in an awesome position, and immediately, if you're already gripped on the bar, you already pull slack out as soon as you do that. So
because there's a million things you can think about.
Yeah, there's a million. Yeah, you can. So what I try to do is I try to simplify it. My job is I try to be the dumbest athlete possible on the platform. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about anything other than going out and executing.
Right.
So how can I execute? So I try to break everything from bench, squat to deadlift. I try to break it down to no more than 3 cues, and that's my biggest cue is like, just engagement. So like first thing I think is engagement. So again, once I'm gripped in, I think engagement. The engagement takes everything out already, and then from there, it's all about standing. It's just standing up with the weight. Now, the one that I always think it's kind of a given, but it's with everything squat, bench, and deadlift is just tension. The more tension one can create, honest for me, the more tension I create, the faster the weight moves. The more tension you create, the less likelihood of you getting hurt. The biggest thing I always just think is like, just kind of go through with my hips. You don't have to think glutes, you don't have to think a lot of stuff. You just think tension, you think activation, and stand up. That's it. But those are my cues.
I ain't trying to break you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose. So how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't ignite the room. Like fire, everything I touch, I consume.
The most natural thing I do as a human being is stand up. Awesome. So what if I just incorporate that into my actual lifting? All right, cool. So now I'm standing up. So standing up in in conjunction with actually making a bit more tension and actually I don't know, activation.
Yeah.
That's it. That's 3 things you locked out and you're good to go. I mean, for an experienced lifter, it's really easy. If you're if you're a starting lifter, that's one of the things that you kind of have to work on. But again, a lot of it's just developing a habit. For me, that's a habit that I've tried to develop.
Over the years and years of doing.
Yeah, and but it takes figuring out what doesn't work for you as opposed to what does work for you.
Right.
And for me, simplifying anything makes it so. I mean, I think that for anyone, like just simplification in general, it tends to lighten the load. The more complex you can make it, the more excuses you can give yourself if you don't execute.
All right, guys. I'm moving on to pause deadlifts. LS just gave me another cue, another tip, I would say, because my pauses were not long enough.
And it's relative, though. Because sometimes it feels like it's longer. It feels like it's longer because you're in the process of doing it. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of times that 1,001 count is actually 1 and you go. Right. So the only cue that we gave him was super simple. Like you do it anytime. It's like you just add a little bit more tension with each pause you do. So you'll see him when he gets ready to go this next go around. It's gonna be a lot slower, a lot more developed, just because he's actually engaging his body just a little bit more in this pull than he was the ones before. So you should see a little bit of a lengthier pause in his deadlift. You literally see that additional tension.
Yeah, just that little change makes a world of difference.
You kind of feel like, it's like, wait a minute. It's almost like you feel zapped and then like, all right, go again. Like zapped and go again.
When you do it like that, it just feels right.
Yeah.
Like if you get done with the set and you feel like, it was all right, you know, you probably didn't do it right.
Yeah, like I was fucking, if I stuff my breath in ass, something's wrong.
Right. That was no exaggeration, a 5-hour workout. It's very evident why LS is so good at what he does. I mean, he is definitely a master at his craft, puts a lot of time and a lot of energy into that. And as you guys saw, just stupid strong. I mean, one of the strongest people in the world. He is a world champion powerlifter, so that was pretty cool. Always appreciate those opportunities. And I'm gonna link all of his information down below. Make sure you go check him out, give him a follow. But that being said, after 5 hours of somewhat hard training for myself, I gotta get some food, guys. I am so hungry. I mean, I'm to the point of hangry at this point. So after a 5-hour workout, the only place I could think of coming was Freebirds because you get so much food. Over here, you can see I got the monster burrito. If anybody watched the video I put out probably, I think 2 weeks ago now, I got the super monster. It was like 4 tortillas. You would think I'd be sick of this, but no, this is just look at this. It's just perfect, man. Cilantro rice, black beans, cheese, chicken, pico, all types of just amazingness stuffed inside a burrito. This is recovery at its finest. I'm gonna enjoy this. You guys don't need to see that. Feeling a little bit better after that, man. That was intense. It's always cool to see what kind of goes behind the scenes of an elite level athlete, and I'm glad I went through it. I definitely could not be doing that every single day. I don't know that I stopped early. LS kept going, and I'm sure he's probably still even there. So when you see people performing at that kind of level, there's definitely some sacrifice that goes into it. But I am absolutely dead. I am gonna go home. I am going to eat a poverty brownie, and I am going to sleep very, very well. But I hope you guys like this style of video. I know it's not my typical content, but let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Please leave a like on the video. That really does help me out a lot. Make sure to check out LS, check out Strength Built Athletics, and thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.